Alright, 2017 Volvo XC90. Today I'm going to address this wear pattern on the steering wheel. When I bought it, I thought it was just dirt that could be washed away, but when you really look at it, you can see it's worn, so you can't clean that off. It'll just make it worse. I bought this kit from Leather World, and this kit comes with the color prep and cleaner that you do first, the color dye, which is Volvo light beige ivory. Comes with some gloves, a scouring pad, this applicator sponge, this spray top. The thing you need to know is, so even though it says leather dye, and they explain this in the documentation, you have to kind of treat it like you're painting. It's a paint, you know, it's not gonna get into the leather and permanently dye it. You're basically just putting a top coat over it, so you need to treat it like a paint. You need to put the protector over it. You need to take care of it like it's a painted thing. And, you know, maybe expect that you're gonna have to redo this, you know, in a few years or something like that, because it probably wear off eventually. So it's not a permanent solution, but should make it better. So I'll walk you through what the procedure is. First, we're gonna clean it using the cleaner, scrub it as clean as we can to get off any protective layers. Then we're gonna color it in light, even layers. Then you have to wait 16 to 24 hours after the last coat before you apply the protection cream. So before you start, I would suggest moving your Volvo is where it's not going to be in the way, because you're not going to be able to move it for the rest of the day. 24 hours, maybe longer. And then the other thing I suggest is I put the front up on jack stands. You don't have to do this, but it's kind of nice because you can swing the steering wheel around pretty easy without scraping the tires against the ground. So that's kind of an added plus. First things first, we're only dyeing this strip. So I'm gonna tape off the rest. I'm gonna try and protect as much of the rest of the vehicle as I can. All right, so I just used regular masking tape, which I think is fine. You can see just covered off all the black parts, the center of the steering wheel. It was a little confusing right here because there's a area of similar colored plastic here, but I realized it was plastic and not leather, so I taped that up. And then you can kind of see where it touches underneath. That's kind of a hard part. There's no lip, so, but that's all right. And then I use shrink wrap over here. Got a garbage bag over my lap. And then behind, there's this whole area right here on both sides that I'm also gonna get to. So the next step is prep and clean. So we'll do that next. All right, so we're gonna use this color prep and cleaner. Again, everything is from Leather World. There's one kit. It says, shake well, mist a light coat on surface, use scuff pad right here to work the cleaner into the leather. Pay close attention to high use areas, for example, arms, front railings, and seats. Wipe clean off with a lint-free cloth. All right, so the kit comes with this cleaner, comes with the little sprayer I'll attach. It comes with the scour pad. These gloves, if you have big hands, they're not gonna fit you. I think they're maybe medium or small gloves. My hands are pretty big, so I usually get large or extra large gloves, so you might need to use your own gloves. And then a lint-free cloth. It didn't include that, so I just have one of my own that I'm gonna use. Just a couple things you might have to buy outside of the kit is bigger gloves and a lint-free cloth. So shake this out, open it, looks good. Put the sprayer in. Okay, so back inside the car, got the spray here. Gonna lightly mist. Just do a small section at a time. Use a scouring pad. Just work my way around. All right, so I went over the whole steering wheel. I went over each area 2 to 3 times just to try and make sure it's like nice and even. You can kind of see it's nothing crazy. It just takes off like the top layer. It definitely works. I mean, it used to have a bit of a shine to it. It's very matte now. All right, so the next part is we can start using the leather dye colorant. Then apply 2 to 4 coats, allowing it to dry between applications. So we're gonna use this with this sponge pad here. Shake it up. All right, so I shook it up pretty good, and I actually cut the sponge into a smaller piece because that big brick I feel like would make it really tough to kind of handle and get in here. You're supposed to start with like a small inconspicuous area of the steering wheel, maybe in the back, just to make sure the color matches. I'm not too concerned about it. I'm just going to start using it a little bit at a time. It's really wet stuff, huh? All right, so that's the first coat on the front of the steering wheel. I'm going to do the back right now. I'm going to just turn the camera off so it can cool off, but and then I'll come back and do a second coat in a little bit. It very much looks like what a first coat of paint looks like on a wall. So, you know, you can still see some of the issues there, but I think with a second, third, maybe even fourth coat, this is going to look really nice. All right, so this is after coat 2. So I did coat 1 and I waited like about 10 minutes. But yeah, I'm gonna do about 10 minutes between coats. I put the second coat on. Second coat looks better. Still like, you know, kind of streaky in some areas. So I think I'm gonna do, I mean, definitely a third, definitely a fourth, maybe even a fifth coat. All right, so we're 3 coats on now. Looking better, looking a lot smoother now. You know, now that we're a few more coats in, you can see the more problem areas. So streaking up here, corners are a little harder to get to, so I'm gonna do at least 2 more coats and really try and focus on the problem areas. All right, so I jumped forward a little bit here. I did a few more coats. I think overall I maybe did 6 coats. It kind of got complicated because some of these areas that I was saying I thought I was just missing with the paint. I was not missing the paint, or I guess the dye was just not sticking to it. And I think maybe when I did the prep, I had missed those spots, or maybe I didn't get it enough. So I went back and I re-prepped those areas, and still it wasn't really sticking to those 3 spots. And I'm not sure what that was. So I just kind of took my time with it and just kind of like tried the best I could to just dab the paint on and then smooth it out. It looks okay now. You can kind of still see there's a little bit of discoloration, but overall way better than it was. Maybe I'll do another coat, we'll see, but I think that's maybe it for now. So now you have to let it cure for 24 hours. All right, so I took all the tape and plastic off. You know, first glance it looks pretty good, except when you kind of start getting into it. User error looks like the tape, a little bit of paint got underneath the tape in some parts. And then the bigger issue is when I was taking the tape off, there's certain areas where it pulled some of the paint, or I'm gonna keep calling it paint even though it's dye, pulled some of that paint off, and that looks kind of janky. So I'm gonna figure that out. All right, so I used a really fine brush and just kind of dabbed in all of those little areas that needed a little extra from the tape ripping it off. So I'm gonna do just a couple more little touch-ups here and then just leave it for the 24 hours and then finish up tomorrow. All right, so it's been about 24 hours later. The paints should be fully cured now. After I finished doing the touch-up brushes yesterday, I kind of just went through and tried to clean up as much as I could. Like if any paint got on the plastic, it wiped away pretty easy with just a little bit of a damp cloth. And then around the edges here, I just carefully ran a utility blade through the inside here to kind of cut off any chunks of paint that were kind of sticking up and try and make it look a little bit cleaner. Overall, I mean, a lot of my issues are user issues. I'm not really great at painting, but yeah, I would say, I mean, definitely looks better than it did before. All right, the leather protection cream. I think I said conditioner before. So leather protection cream. It says shake well before use. Use a soft lint-free cloth to wipe the protection cream evenly over the surface of the leather. I'm going to use just one of these ones I've gotten for free with something else. You probably still use a sponge if you, you know, cut off a chunk of the sponge for the painting. You cut off another chunk and use that probably. Probably just use this, see how that goes. All right, so I shook up this cream. I'm going to put a little bit on this cloth. Try not to make a mess. Do it outside the car. Yeah, it's very liquidy, so be careful. Don't spill it in the car. It's very runny. Then just start applying it. Alright, so I went and got, I cut another section of sponge here because this is so runny. It's kind of hard to use the microfiber cloth. It just kind of runs around on it. So I'm going to see if this is a little easier. It's a little easier to apply this way. Alright, and that's it. I just let it sit for an hour and then it should be good to use. I mean, my opinion on it is obviously it's really hard to effectively paint a steering wheel where you have a separate piece here that you don't want to paint. So it's tough to do this in a really clean way. I think this looks a lot better than how it did look. I don't think it looks perfect. A lot of that is because of user error on my part, because I'm not great at painting. But also it's like definitely a bit of a different color than the steering wheel. I mean, this is what, 9-year-old vehicle, so maybe this used to be more like this color. I'm not sure, but there's definitely, you know, a pretty good difference in shade there. But I don't really mind it. I really just didn't like the discoloration of the steering wheel, and I think this looks a lot better. So I'm pretty happy with this. It only cost about maybe $60 for this kit. So yeah, I suggest doing it if you want to. It's definitely cheaper than buying a new steering wheel, which is also an option if you want to go that route. Yeah, thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any questions.